Do you ever regret giving that The Buzz interview? I mean, like, when you think about it, do you ever regret it? Or was it something that you felt like at the time you really needed to do?
Girl, wait, I'll have another 5 sips of this, ha?
Cheers! I'll drink with you to that.
I regret that we had to end. I think that in any relationship, you really have faith in it, right? And you go into it not thinking that you want to end it. You go into it thinking that you want it. So I think more than the interview, I mean, on a personal level, you just regret that it had to end. Until you know what two people go through behind closed doors, you have to an opinion. Because you never know what goes on behind closed doors. And the breakup could have been worse. The breakup could have been worse, you know? And I think that in any breakup between two people that really loved each other, I think it's a very tough situation for friends. It's always going to be a tough situation for friends and for the people that. As with any breakup, you cannot be best friends with an ex unless you didn't see. I mean, the only way. I mean, we're civil. We're okay. Like there, we had our little quality time in London when we did London, and it was a really funny, nice catch up after everything. You know, he asked if we could talk, and without saying too much, you know, we were able to talk a little bit, and I really appreciate the times that PJ still opens up to me, and you know, he knows he knows that I know him. He knows that I care for him for who he truly is. Whatever he goes through with anything, family or anything, he knows that I will always, you know, be watching him from afar. And
ka pa?
Girl, siguro naman kasi wala na tayong pinag-usapan kundi si PJ, no?
What is the greatest thing you learned about being and falling out of love with Piolo Pascual?
With him specifically, my God.
Yes, to close the segment. What is the best thing that you learned about being in love with him, falling in love with him, falling out of love with him? Ano yung pinaka natutunan mo?
Wait lang ah.
5 minutes na lang.
Ano ulit yung tanong? Grabe.
Ano natutunan mo kay Papa P?
Natutunan ko kay Papa P. Madami. Talaga ako. I think it's more of that you have to trust that if a person really loves you, no matter what, that person will, like, ano ba? Hirap nito, ha?
True, medyo mahirap.
I'll be safe na lang about it. I think that what I learned is when two people, nobody's, you know, we all go through things in life. Whatever you go through, you will bring into the relationship that you have. So you have to make peace with the things you went through before you go into a relationship. Kasi kung hindi, bit mo yun.
Kargada, baggage.
Yun. So I think like what I learned is you will take with you the things that you have not settled in your life if you're not honest with yourself and your partner. Oh, diba? Safe?
Yes.
Pero she really made sure na yun yung gagawin ko kasi nagkamali daw siya, nang nabalian siya ng buto, ginupit lang daw yung Escada gown niya. Trauma. Doctor dun sa Escada dress niya. Doon daw niya na-realize yung value.
Sobrang iconic naman nung anecdote na yon. What an iconic anecdote. Ginupit lang yung Escada. Taray.
After yung Escada dress niya, nagbalian siya ng buto sa premiere night niya, Richard, Tito Goma. Tapos, parang, alam mo yun, ginupit lang daw ng ganun yung doctors. Wala pa kailam yung doctor sa Escada. Sabi niya, ganun lang. Never na daw.
Pero girl, naisip mo ba ever na babalik ka ng Paris at doon ka na lang titira?
Of course naman. Alam mo hanggang ngayon.
Talaga? Do you think na doon ka mag-end up? Sa Paris ka titira?
hindi nakaalis yung isang paa ko doon. Forever nang nandun yun sa Europe. Where, hindi na part na siya ng dugo ko. Hindi ko na yun maaalis. Like, ang galing eh. Ang galing talaga nung mga tanong mo eh. Aya Salonga in your show said, exist in the nothing.
Exactly.
Like, when it's there, you have to learn to exist in the nothingness. And then, eventually, mafe-feel mo na lang yon na, sabi ni Ate Juday sa akin, babe, mafe-feel mo na lang yon pag ready ka ng kumilos-kilos at gumalaw-galaw. You will be willing to move and do something. Mafe-feel mo na lang yon pag kailangan mo na gumalaw-galaw. So, yun.
Exactly. So, what are the things that you feel that we can look forward to in the meantime?
Honestly, with the whole thing about the Philippines, oh God, no one knows. You know, honestly, no one knows. All I have to say is I really want to love my country, but sometimes it's just not easy right now.
Girl,
we have this time. We have everything we were complaining for. We have it. We have our time. People have time with their families. People have time for their children. People have time for their husbands, their wives. People have even time now to work and work from home. And sometimes it's harder for some people. Sometimes it's easier. But we have all this time to, even for me, I'm more creative now that we're still, and there's no like hustle and bustle so much, diba? So it's just the fact that people started to live simpler and started to really reflect and reset. I think that was amazing for us all. We were going way too fast, and I couldn't even keep up with the world, and I'm only in my 30s, you know? So it's great. I mean, at the end of the day, life has to go on. I was told on the phone today, Tito Naresh, he's a Indian businessman, very successful. And he said, Casey, don't work too hard. You know, don't worry so much about this situation. You know, it's like, just remember, just think that you'll get better. If you get it, you'll get better. And don't even think you're gonna get it. Just live your life. You have to live life, and life has to go on because we still have lives to live, you know. As much as possible, you know, just keep dreaming new dreams and keep moving forward, onwards, and upwards. And whatever it is you go through, keep going with a positive mindset. Just go through it and don't give up. So, thank you so much for this time. I missed you, and I love conversing with you. You're one of the smartest, best writers, hosts, and thinkers out there. Thank you for knowing me and spending your time, and also helping me find myself from the very beginning that I entered this world of entertainment. And I will never forget Paris to Pinas and all of the things. So hopefully we get to work with each other soon or see each other soon.
Definitely. Right.
I'm always here for you. Don't hesitate to call.
I just want to say good night, and I love you over and over.
I love you too. Thanks for having me, babe. I had so much fun.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.